are sitting outside today, and Serbs is over there, Duke is here, the horses are here. I just thought I'd pop in and let y'all know I was alive and everything is okay. And it's so pretty right now. It's fixing to get hot, and I thought we'd do just a few minutes outside before it got too hot. So hello to everyone. If you're watching this on replay, thank you so very much. I really appreciate you. Everything is starting to green up. You can see it is, it is spring. Today is the first day of spring, I believe. Hello, Patty. Hello, Katie. Hello, Victoria. Absolutely. I would share my weather, absolutely, but it's going to get hot. We're having a heat wave this weekend. We are near 100 for the next 3 days. It's just craziness, but it is, oh, may have been either a fly or a bee. I will be flipping you around here and there if you would like to see what's going on. Let me show you, because the horses are just right there. I will show you the horses. Hold on. Let me see if I can get them in the picture. Can y'all see them standing over there? And the donkey? And that's not our truck either. We have been, Mr. Fiber has been moving some cars out of here, and this truck was left here by the guy who's taking the cart, and he has to bring his truck in, and he uses that truck to put the vehicles up on his trailer, and then he uses a different truck to take the cars out. These are cars that are no longer operable, they're just going for scrap. So they're just doing a trade, car trading, and making some room out here. We've got some stuff that's been sitting here for a really long time. Rain, snow, and wet, Victoria says. Oh my goodness. You did see them, Patty? Okay, good. I'm glad you saw them. Now we are on my cellular right here. I do not have, I don't have a signal from my Wi-Fi. So if it gets a little bit wobbly, it is what it is. Oh, good morning, Laureen. Good morning, Denny. I'm so glad y'all are here. Thank you so much. Because I did not do anything with this chat. This is just vertical live, doing whatever. Oh, Katie's fixing to do some planting. That's nice. This would be a good weekend for planting. Sure would. Do you already have your potatoes and onions in? They're supposed to be done early, I know. When we were doing a garden, we were doing those early. It is 10:18 on Friday the 20th of 2026, in case anyone is watching. Oh, your grandkids just left. Aw. That's awesome. I did bring my bag out here with my projects in it. This is the sloth bag that Chelsea got for me. What's the matter, Bubby? You gonna come say hello? Come here. Come here, Bubby. Serbs. Serbs. Come here. Come here. Oh, here he comes. Come say hi. Come here. Here he is. What are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I know. I know. It's pretty out here, Bubby. Find you some shade. Go find you some shade. Oh, he thinks he has to chase the horses. See, they don't care, Bub. They really don't care. And Duke's gonna join in. They don't care, Duke. Oh, gracious. Hi, Lorna. Good morning to you. Katie said, going in this weekend. Cauliflower and peas are already in. Summer veggies are in the greenhouse. Aw. Good morning, Joyce. Yes, the dogs are here. Duke's right over here. Let me see if I can show you. Duke's right over there. Did you see him? See, and I figured it out. Duke isn't going to listen to me outside. Because outside is Duke's area. Him and the outside, they got a thing. My thing is inside. So don't come out here and start barking at me and telling me all these things and trying to make me do stuff, because the outside is mine. That's how he feels. So now that I have that figured out, I have just quit trying because it's the outside. He's gonna do whatever he wants. Oh gosh. I do have my cup with some water in it. I actually think this is water from yesterday. Yep, I have finally nailed it, haven't I? We finally came to an understanding. It's only taken several years. Good morning, Cheyenne. Oh, goodness. Why did it suddenly turn... It turned dark on me for some reason. What's that all about? Okay, let me show you a little bit. I'll show you a little bit about what I've been working on. Now, I know today is crime night and all of that stuff. Not happening. And I'm going to fill you in on what's been going on, okay? I am going to fill you in. Here is my sock. Look, I have a heel. Hi, Spring. I have a heel in my sock, y'all. Look at that. I'm so proud of it. I'm actually following along with Ellie from Craft House Magic, and she has a very easy to follow Ellie Jones on Ravelry. She has a very easy to follow pattern that's free, and I'm following along, and she's been doing videos to go along with it, and that's who I'm following right now, and it's really helping. I'm very happy with this. So I'm on DPNs, and so I have the front side of the sock on 2 DPNs. See, it's split onto 2 right here, and then this is the back side, and all of those stitches are on the 3rd one, and all of this is just, hey Scrimshaw, all of this is really making sense to me, finally. Now I'm gonna from here, it's picking back up on the stitches to finish out the heel. That's the next step. And she has put out the video for it, and I watched it last night. Hey, Arity. How are you, Spring? How is your weather there? Cerberus, don't you be rubbing in that stuff. No, sir. That one listens because that one is the inside guy. So he spends more time listening. You know, and Duke probably wouldn't listen anyway. Now, what yarn, if y'all remember, this is Bag O' Day yarn. This is the Sport Weight, which I'm treating like a fingering. And it's called Scent of a Rose. Oh, the wind's gonna blow you just a little. Let me put I'm gonna put my feet on the bottom of this, and maybe it won't shake as much, okay? But I can't help it, it's blowing just a tiny bit. This is Scent of a Rose from Bag O' Day. And it is 100% superwash. I'm really proud of myself that I've got these going. And these are in my Rose Double Dutch bag from Knit for Brains. All right. Now, Dad and I have been doing a lot of appointments. Thank you, Denny. There's my Cheryl. Good to see you too, Cheryl. I'm sending you hugs. You hang in there, my friend. I'm thinking about you. You hang in there. Spring is coming, and you'll have a spring in your step soon. I know you will. Just keep taking some deep breaths, and you just be you and do what you got to do, okay? Life be laughing, right? All right, in my Katie bag, this is the one that goes with me everywhere, my naughty knitting sack. Serb's going under the fence to go chase something, probably a bird. This one has the fornicating skeletons. It is, it's the first day of spring. Now I have put all the ball bands, except for this one I'm working with now, in my box. Hello, Sharon. Good to see you. Come on in. Katie said the shop is full and my code will work, which is Floozie15 for 15% off at Naughty Knitting Sacks. So I've got them in this was my Advent from last year, my Advent sack. But they look so pretty out here in the natural light, doesn't it? Here are the ones that I have finished because we've had a lot of appointments. This one is I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby called Spunky. So this one is a grandma's knit washcloth, which I do have a tutorial for here. It's a good introduction to knitting also, my tutorial. Thank you, Sharon. That's very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. I used to, but anymore I don't do the extra yarn over to make the hole in the side. So this version does not have it. This version I just do do the twist and put the extra stitch on and then keep going. I kind of fluctuate with that. When I do this now, that's what I do. On the one I'm going to show you in a minute, I do something else. Here's another one, a little smaller. Same pattern. This one has the loop. This one I just did back and forth. Yes, very warm today. Right now we're in the 80s. Nope, no crochet on these at all. This one is a straight knitting back and forth. And I used the rest. This right here is using the rest of the sugar wheel cotton, holding it double. And then yesterday I finished it with that spunky, with what was left, and I held it double. I tried holding it single next to the double of this, and it was too thin, so I held it double. It's a little bit heavier holding it double, but it feels better than doing it single, if that makes sense. Come on, Bubs. You didn't catch nothing? Okay. So yeah, I really like the feel of this. You can really see the difference. Oh, he's in the water now. Oh yeah. Hi KK, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I haven't had any time to go see any of my friends lately. Oh, Barbie clothes to put in the boxes? That's awesome. Okay, Denny. Take care. Enjoy them. So that's this one. I really thought I was at a good length on this. It's not bad, but I probably should have gone a little bit farther, you know, just a little bit taller, but it's okay. This is a good, this one is a nice feel having that double thickness. So I'm really enjoying that, doing the double thickness. And that's probably what I'm going to do with my bunch of that sugar wheel cotton, is to make these and double them up. Okay, now since this is what I have left of this one, which is the Harvest Hues from, I love this cotton. And with this one, holding it double, I started with a waffle weave. So it'll be the same on both sides, see? It's like a waffle. So just started on that. This is only about 30 stitches. I believe I did 30 on this one. So this one actually could be, when I finish, because it's double thickness and it's all cotton, 100% cotton, this one actually could be a, like a hot pad where I could take something out of the oven with it, or set something on it. Okay. Then, if you saw I put up a picture where I started working with these chunky cakes. Karen chunky cakes. These are a 6 weight. I don't know if anybody remembers. Yeah, like a trivia, like a trivet. Yeah. Got them at a antique store not far from here. And I had something else in mind to make with it, but I got it out the other day and I changed my mind. This is called Mystic Chip. These are 100% acrylic, and there's 280 grams. You get 271 yards with these. Good morning, Debbie. So if you saw in my post, I was making a hat, and I finished the hat. There's the top. I'm thinking I'll put a pom-pom on this one. It turned into a beanie. Very nice beanie. These are very warm too. I really am enjoying these chunky cakes, and I'm going to remember this for chunky hats because I like the feel of this one. It's very soft. It worked up really quick, and there's not the way that this sort of blooms out when you work with it. You know, it has that little bit of a halo, you know. Um, the only thing I did at all with this, I did color control. I stopped the brown when I got down to enough that I wouldn't make another round, and cut it so that I would start the next color of it. And that's the only thing I did with the yarn at all. This is where it started. It went into the brown, and then it went into this. I just cut that little tiny bit out, and I started a scarf with the same size needle. It's actually the very same needle. I was just using this 16-inch circular to make a kind of a skinny scarf. And again, this is a waffle stitch. Five rows of each. Hey Vicki, come on in. So I'm going to do a long scarf to go with the hat. These are my Takumi Clover 10.5, 6.5 millimeter, 16-inch. Got a message, there's movement. There's movement on the dad cam. Now, I will tell y'all, if I have to leave, it will be because we are having some concrete laid over at my dad's. Hi, Barbara. Come on in. Thank you. And the guy was supposed to let me know when the crew see. Okay. This one is Bag O' Day, so more bod making. It's called My Best Friend. It is her 100% superwash 19 micron merino, 4-weight, 219 yards. So I did it in 2 cakes, only because one of them started to spin out on me and I had to cut it and roll it and recake it. So then I wound up with 2 cakes. And that's because when I put it on the words, where's the words? Boy, I need a haircut. I really need a haircut, y'all. When I put it on the Swift, I had a strand going the wrong, thank you. I finally found it, Cheryl. I had one strand going the wrong direction, so then it wouldn't spin off of the Swift properly. It was all my fault. Anyway, this is called My Best Friend. And I'm making my hat, which is the A Man's Best Friend knit beanie. You can get the pattern for it over on my Ko-fi account. Hey Bridget, good morning to you. This is what I'm using for needle stopper. And I'm just got the brim done so far. And you may hear that the allergies are on again, off again, up and down, just like the weather. My stitch marker from Randy over at Randy's Ramblings, Answer Handmade on Etsy. And that's how the brim is looking. So I'm doing my pattern in the worsted weight. So there will be paws going around. And I have not chosen. I may use that gazelle that I used on the other one before. It has a little bit of shimmer in it. That's what I think I'm going to use as the paws. Ah, this is it for me for what I have been working on. I did do some shopping yesterday at Hobby Lobby. I bought a couple of skeins of yarn and some craft stuff. Yeah, fancy dog. Yeah, shimmer paws, fancy dog. That's funny. I like that. Perfect. Anyway, we might get to that sometime this weekend, but let me give you an update on what's been happening, hot stuff. Y'all know that. You're gonna chase him again, huh? Just because I'm talking to him. You're a real badass. Yes, you are. You just wait till it thunders. Oh, God. Yes, Sweet 16, Lorraine, you got it. Lorraine, you got it. It's right, Sweet 16. What's happening, hot stuff? Good job. I know. Oh, Serbs, he's going to be hurting later. Duke. Well, now they're happy because they got him to run. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I don't know about them. Okay. So we have a little bit of construction stuff going on for Dad. Okay, so I'm back to trying to coordinate stuff for him. Got an electrician. He's putting in a generator is what he's doing, which is really nice because that way if we lose electric out here, it'll be nice. We have a generator, portable generator. He decided he wanted one that would automatically switch on for his place in town. And this makes perfect sense because where'd you get wet, Duke? Oh, now Duke's getting in the water. this makes perfect sense for him because down the road, if something happens and Dad needs to have continuous electricity for his health, then we will have that ability. It also means that he's going to get electric put to his shed, which I'm very, very excited about because he can actually go sit out in his shed and tinker, which would be giving him something to do. And this has been something that we've talked about for a while, is because right now he doesn't really have anything to do other than watch TV and go back at appointments. And sometimes he goes down to the center and gets, you know, the meals there, or he'll go out, you know, here and there, but doesn't really have anything to do. And he's put some, you're a mess, bud. Yeah, are you happy with yourself now? Wind's picking up. So he's put shelves in his little shed, and they're having fun. Yeah, the generators do come in, and we lost electricity at one point last year briefly, but I'm figuring we're going to have a pretty nasty storm season this year. We already have had some storms. They just kind of brushed us as they were going out. But we had that cold, which that's not something we get a whole lot of, but when we do, you really need something. Now, we didn't lose electricity. We lost our water. Anyway, very happy that we're getting that done for him. But it's back to coordinating everything, getting the concrete in, then we get the electrician in and the plumber in, getting the propane tank, because we're going to run it on propane. So there's a lot of moving parts that are happening. Okay, Vic, I have it turned up. Maybe it's... Oh, that's a good idea too, Lorraine. See, because we have a well here. So of course, if the well goes down, we don't have any water. So if our electricity goes off, we don't, it's not just to the house, it's also to run our water. You know, so anyway, thank you for coming in, Vicki. Also, we have had doctor's appointments, and we have a few more appointments coming up. Dad got a new cardiologist, so he's going to the same cardiology office that I go to, but a different doctor. We really like the doctor, but he's ordering new tests because, you know, you get a new doctor, you get new tests. So those are coming up. You can hear me now? Okay. Maybe it was when I got that notice of the camera. It could have been that. I don't know. I'll go back and check it in a little while. Update on that. Mr. Five was over at, so we installed the cameras at Dad's. one camera. We installed the signs to tell everyone that we were watching them. Dad was on the porch, and the kid from the corner, across the alley and at the corner, walked over and put stuff in the trash, and Dad said, "Hey, that's not yours." And he just looked at him and went away. They came back a day or so later and put some more trash in there. So they weren't listening. I called the city again. They went back and talked to them again. After now they know we have the cameras and they've been talked to a second time. Mr. Fiber was over there at Dad's doing something, and he saw the kid come out and put trash in the trash can behind their house. I would like to think that they were just ignorant and didn't know the difference, but I really don't think that's what it was. I think they were just putting it wherever they wanted to. Anyway, hopefully now that's been changed. Hopefully they got the point, and that's where we're at. We can get a can with a lock. That is a thing. So I've discussed that with the city, and I told them that I would contact the company that brings the cans, and that if we don't get it taken care of, that we will get one with a lock on it. I don't know how that works, you know, for the days that they come to empty it, but we'll just go from there. But there's the update. For now, it seems like we may have gotten it taken care of, which is good. Because it was to the point, I showed y'all pictures, we couldn't get anything in there. They had so much trash in there, we couldn't get anything in there at all. What else? Monday I go for my follow-up. The injections are going really well. So I don't really have any health updates for you from that. I will say this. I think they're feeding. I think that's a feed truck I'm hearing driving down in the property behind. Sounds like metal. I think it's a feed truck they're feeding. Anyway, the pain management guy said, if I do have, because I believe I have Ehlers-Danlos, which is a autoimmune disease, which goes along with POTS, P-O-T-S, and POTS is the one where if you stand up too quickly, your body doesn't handle the blood flow and you get real dizzy and stuff. I don't have that, but I have other symptoms that go along with Ehlers-Danlos. I am double jointed. I have thin skin. I have, my veins show real easily. All of those things. Undiagnosed, but it's autoimmune. I'm outside. Hi, Jennifer. I'm outside the house. I'm fixing to go in because it's getting warm. You're gonna wear yourself out, Bubby. Quit. Hello, hello, Nisi. It is a pretty day. Hey, Ola Joe. Can't stay too long. That's okay. I won't be much longer. My voice is kind of going out on me already because it's allergies. Anyway. The steroid shot is what it is, but the dextrose shot that I got after that can be very helpful if you have Ehlers-Danlos. So it's going to be interesting to see how this, we're going to do a steroid shot, and then a month later we do the dextrose, and then I go a full month, and then it'll be another steroid. So the steroid will be about every 3 to 4 months, followed by a dextrose a month later. So probably be about 4 times a year is what I'm guessing. That's the schedule we're talking about doing. So if that works out, awesome. Hello, Ellen. Exactly, Sharon. Yes. Oh, and you have MS. That's a terrible complication to have with fibromyalgia. My fibromyalgia has been not bad at all. Not bad at all. The headaches, that's a whole nother thing. I think that's the allergies. The only the only side effect from the steroid shots themselves, which is different from getting the steroid packs, is I still get a headache. Oh, you're having rain. We need the rain. That's another thing. They're supposed to come and get the cows this week too. They're supposed to come get the cows and put and take them to market. Serb's taking another bath. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the towel, aren't I? He just took another dip. See how all the mesquites are popping out? There you go. Dry off a little bit and then we'll go in, okay? So I think I covered everything, but just a little headache. That's the only thing I have with it. It's the only thing that happens is a little bit of a headache. Oh, the hand swelling. Okay, Sharon, the hand swelling, that's inflammation. I would say you have to, the main thing with the swelling and the fibromyalgia is try to look for a fibromyalgia friendly diet. Your main enemy is sugar. Okay? That's your biggest enemy, sugar. Sugar causes all the diseases, and it screws with your stomach, all of your stomach stuff. So if you can get as much sugar down as you can, and then if you don't have rheumatoid, go towards mostly meat, vegetables, and fruit, and some dairy. Very low carb, as low carb as you can get. So just try to be meat heavy, vegetable heavy, some fruit. So yours, what? So your fibromyalgia was fueled by your hormones then, Nisi. Just be careful. It doesn't completely go away because you're going to have what I call it hormone dumps, but it's not actually, I should be calling them hormone drops. So you have drops where from here on out, the level will drop in your hormones because you don't have them on board. And they really play with you too. The nerve pain, yes, be sure you're checking. Now Sharon is saying she has back pain. That is something that is definitely nerve related. So if you have something, if you can get MRIs and make sure, I have one spot in my back where it's pressing into the spinal column, but it's not cutting off circulation anywhere. Your energy level tanked. Yeah, getting some sunshine makes a, that's another reason I'm out here, y'all, with you guys on. And we may do more of these outside as long as it's not too windy or too hot, maybe earlier in the morning when I do them, because I need to be getting out here and doing this. And here pretty soon it's going to be just a little bit too hot to walk. Serves, where'd you go? Come here, bud. You ready to go inside? Huh? You ready to go in the house? Cerberus. Cerberus. Now, if you guys want to, we can go in the house real quickly and I can show you what I got from Hobby Lobby. If you guys want to travel with me a little bit, because I'm getting hot sitting here. All right, we're going to travel, which means the camera is going to move. And if you need to look away and only listen for a little while, you can always do that, okay, you guys? And there's going to be dark too because we're walking through the house. There are going to be some dark places. It's okay, you ready? Dog walking time for you. Okay, love you, Joyce. Thank you for coming in. All right, y'all hang tight. Here we go. We're going to walk. Come on, Bubby. Hi, Mama Kitty. Mama Kitty is cooking. She's got babies. Hold on. Can y'all see her? Hello, Mama Kitty. I love you, honey. I know, and it's fixing to be hot. That's going to be miserable, isn't it? Let's go to the she shed. Hold on. Let me close the door. Let me close the door. Always close the door and lock it before I go out to the she shed. Okay, bud, come on. Back to work you go, Jennifer. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Oh my gosh, look how long my hair is. It is 88 steps from the front door to the she shed. We have Wi-Fi in there though. And we should connect to the Wi-Fi here shortly. There we go. Might be a little shaky while I put y'all up here where I can show you. Okay. Whoop. Sorry for the close-up. Okay, you're stable. Get some lights on. And we have the air conditioner on. There we go. Now we're in business in here. Okay, we're stable, y'all, if you want to look again. Whew. All right, I got a new shirt from Amazon. Thank you. Come on. Air just came on. Oh, I like this color. Proud lefty, give me some elbow room. If you're a lefty, you know. Isn't that a pretty color? Like that. This one is a Port and Company. I've had these before. Ring spun, fan favorite. I got this one in a 3XL. You always have to go up. You have to go up. Always go up on the sizes. That's awesome. And they're never long enough either. This one's not going to probably be long enough either, but that's okay. I like that one. Okay. Hobby Lobby. I've got to allergies. Give me a sec here. You know, the thing about Hobby Lobby is they don't tell you a whole lot on the receipt. I picked up a big batch of containers because I'm cooking for Dad, and they were $12.99, but it was in the spring shop, so it was the plastic with the plastic lid. They were $12.99, but spring shop was 40% off, so I got those for $7.79, almost $8, which is good. And it had like different sizes, so I can put like small bits of something, condiments, that kind of thing, that all go together, because the ones I order for him, I'm almost out of those. And I made 12. That's what I did this week. I made 12 meals for his freezer. We were outside and I cannot see. Dust. The dust is on my lenses. So I made beef stroganoff. I made chicken and dressing, and then I put a brown gravy over it. I made meatloaf, and I was able to get 4 meals of meatloaf with corn, green beans, mashed potatoes, all went with all of that stuff, and gravy. So he's got 12 meals now in his freezer. He took 2 or 3 out, put them in his fridge for the next couple of days. And then he gets Factor also, so that's better. I can see y'all now. Okay, I got a couple things that were in the clearance at Hobby Lobby. These are called Vivid. And what I thought was interesting is it comes with this white pin, and it says that you can erase like when you are working, you can erase edges. So these were normally $7.99 and they had them down to $3.99. These are just essential colors, you know, blue, brown, red, green, Roy G. Biv. 12 colors. And it says confident coloring. Fix your flaws. So we'll be playing with that. Oh. I did some printing also. If anybody would like this, let me know. I've got to put this in the kitchen. This is for when you're mixing your dry stuff like egg powder, tomato powder, sour cream, shortening, butter, non-fat dry milk, instant milk, and helpful tips. So if anybody would like that, you can email me and I will send you a copy of it. And it's called cookingwithmyfoodstorage.com is where it came from, if you're interested. I know, I'm all over the place. I also got some, this is Amazon. I got some of these that can be cut, spiral. A box of those because, you know, I purchased that at Ollie. I got that spiral the punch that is spiral. So I got those. And if anybody's wondering, that's my tattoo. This is my tramp stamp. Sometimes people ask, so there you go. Okay, back to Hobby Lobby. I got a couple of the pull off. This one is the pattern that you get in this pull out. And then there's a couple more in here that you can go online and get. But you get this little guy and the hat. So the little hat is a separate pattern, and the little scarf. And then you can go online and you can get this guy. He's so cute. He's got his little pull-up, and he's got his little deals here. And then you've got the giraffe. That's the one I want to go get. As you can see, and then I picked up this one, which is about art paper, tells you some more about the different kinds of art paper. I had a conversation with a gal when I was looking at pens and paper and all that kind of stuff at Hobby Lobby, and she said that she was going to be doing classes, but when COVID hit, they were not able to get all that going, and then they never went back to it. And I'm really sad about that because she was very knowledgeable about like paper and stuff. And she told me about, I'll show you what I got here in a minute. This was in the clearance. There are 50 cards and envelopes, and they're like a splatter background. They were normally they're $8.49, and this was Paper Studio, but these were down to $2.12. And I have all these colors in here. And I talked to Chelsea last night about these, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna embellish the fronts of them, and then she will get them, because I said, what do you need for cards? Because she's always needing them. She's doing the PTO stuff. That's why you don't see her. She's just jam-packed full of, the boys are doing soccer. One of them's fixing to start playing basketball. So there's just a lot going on for her, and that's why you don't see Chelsea very much. Ooh, they separated the color. That's nice. They separated them by color. Anyway, this is what they look like. It's like a paint splatter. Perfect background to go ahead and embellish. And then I asked her what, and she said either put like a thank you or a happy birthday in the inside. So I'm going to do these, and then these will go to Chelsea, and then she will have cards for teachers, for just whatever, right? You know. So that was a good buy for $2. I don't know what I paid for this. This was in the art department, but they don't say. Oh, it was $4.49. So it was $4.49. This is a spritzer, and I'm going to be doing some like markers and watercolor and that kind of thing where I need to spray the surface, and I wanted it to be a nice mist, and this is where those continuous misters. They had some eyeball sizes that I don't have, so those will go over here and in with my eyes, but I got one of them in the 20 millimeter. And then this package has 16 millimeter, and there are 3 sets in here. And they're different colors. So these will go in with my other eyeballs. Because I don't have any of those bigger sizes. I picked up this little deal because it has this little cowboy hat on it. Okay. So what I'm thinking is this was good to get just simply for the pattern. I have a box of the loops. I send these out with Happy Mail sometimes, but I have different sizes, but I have several of them that are keychain, whatever. So I think it will be nice to have, and this one it looks like is done with either a DK or a worsted weight yarn. And this one comes with a chain and stuff. But I think this will be nice to have for the pattern. And it was $1.99. It's funny because they've got these on there. The name on this one is the 44th Street. And you know, they had the 44th Street yarn, which was really a nice yarn. But I can do it in different colors. Okay, I got these markers. They were $12.99, and there are 20 of them, and they are the Crayola. So, okay, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for moving the chat. I appreciate that. These are going to be used for the technique I was talking about, where you draw on the glass and then you spritz it, and you can use it as a watercolor background on a card. And then I bought, I can't see, I don't remember where I put it now, but on D-Stash, I got one of those sprayers. And so I wanted something that wasn't too terribly expensive. I don't want to use my ones back here until I've played with that machine to see. And I figured I could use these to play in that machine too. Hey Lori, how are you? How's it going? All right. I got some pre-cut cards for watercolor. I like this size. This is a really nice size right here. These are 6 by 6. They were $5.49. And then when I was talking to that girl about the art stuff in the art department, she mentioned the Bristol paper. And so I picked up this book, which it's an art journal, and it has Bristol paper, which is like almost a cardstock. I mean, it's very thick paper. And she said this one is excellent for using with markers. I've been doing some coloring with my markers, and I'm not really liking it in the regular coloring books. So this is pen, ink, and marker paper. It's 280 GSM. $11.99? Yeah. They had this in the paper studio. This was in the clearance. Of course I had to get that. This will go on probably one of my bags. It's a sticker though, 49 cents. Just because. All right, then I picked up three pieces of material that were in the clearance area. This one, these are remnants. This is a 44. This is ducking fabric. And this was only $4.34. This will be very nice for journals. It's mushrooms. Good morning, Shad. How are you? It says it is a brother-sister design from 2020. But a very nice. It's like my other bag from Katie. Yeah, I think this will make a great piece of fabric for journals. On the other side of the room, in one of my metal cookie tins, I have my material, and then I have ribbon, zippers, and all of that over there. And then in the front room, I have a big container full of remnants paper, material that I saved. You guys, I had and still have to throw away. Okay, Lorraine. In the house in town, because that house in town is falling apart where we have our storage. I have a new storage building now. Mr. Fiber and I got a new storage building. Anyway, I'll be moving all of that. So, yeah. Anyway, it'll be really nice to have that stuff out of there, because the roof on that one in town is falling apart. So this one is going to be a little journal for my Solomon. This one is cotton. It was $5.77. How are you today, Shad? He loves Paw Patrol. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to do a journal for Solomon with this one. I have a journal for him started. So $6 basically. And then this one, I figured this one would be, this was $3.67. And I figured that this one would be a great journal because of the material that it is. Oh yeah. It's a pretty good size. So it's not going to be very big, but I can make several with this piece. Having a crazy morning, Scrimshaw? How's the hubby doing? How are you guys doing? So anyway, look, there's a lot. And this is really soft. But if you imagine this size of journal, covered in this fabric, see? This would be nice. We are sitting at we are sitting at 80 degrees right now. You're gonna go fishing? Oh, good idea. And I have what I have is chipboard. I don't know if y'all watch Nancy. I watch her all the time. Nancy, if you're watching, Little Treasures by Nancy, if you're watching, I watch all the time. I just don't comment. A lot of times that's my little bit of like sitting and being quiet time. Okay, now I have one more bag, y'all. I think I have one of these. I think I have a similar one of these books. This one was on special for $7.48. I went ahead and got it. It is the Mint Gardener Sarah Simon, and it's the watercolor workbook. Oh, he's busy, huh? The reason I wanted it is because it already has pre-printed. See, they're already pre-printed. So that means that I will have more than one copy of these images. They're very pretty images, mostly florals. And each one gives you hints and tips on how to hold your brush and angles and all of those things. Some color ideas. And I have a similar one, so I wanted to get a second one. Those are a great one to buy when they're on sale like that. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, now to the yarn. I got 2 of these. It was 30% off to this time. These are normally $6.99, so I don't buy them unless it's the 30% off or they put them on. And they rarely put these on their clearance. And there's not very much on them. This is the For the Moment. This is the chocolate brown. There's only 62 yards in these. I think they consider this a 7. It's a 6 jumbo. %100% polyester. But I like that you get this like brown minky color underneath there. This is going to be used to do on the outside of a cardigan. So I got 2 of those. They're also the kind that is a little easier to crochet with. If I were to crochet with it, it's a little easier. Has a nice strand running through it that you can get a hold of. There's 2 of those. I got 4 of these. This is the Blossomopolis. I love this yarn. Print. 100% acrylic. 252. 142 grams, 5 ounces. Blossomopolis. Yes, and I know that Cheryl uses them on hats. So I was completely out of this color, and this color obviously will go with so much, and you never know when you need a little bit of something like this to blend in with other things. So yeah. $30% off. $4.99 is the regular price now. I'm looking. So that made these $3.49 each. You're doing the math, they're $3.49 each. That used to be the regular price. Pretty sure it did. Okay, y'all are gonna just about faint when you see the next one. I got 2 of each of these, which on sale, they're normally, yeah, this is their value price. So these are always $1.99. I got white, teal, and purple. For doilies. Have a good day, Arity. This is it, and I am done. These are 120.84 yards, 1.76 ounces, and they're at number 10. They're their Artiste. It's their Artiste brand. But I got 2 of the purples to make a doily for Chelsea, 2 of the teal, and 2 of the white. The teal is for me, for here in the she shed, and then the white to go with them. But these are a great price for, and this is about as small as I want to go. Oh, feel better, Lori. Please feel better. And that is it. That is what I got for you today. That is everything. Thank you all for joining me. I did not mean to be here more than an hour. There's some really good, and that red that I was going to do the shawl with, and I have like 10 of those. I'm going to make a table runner for our table in the dining room. that's what I'm going to do with that one. I've decided to do that, and I'm going to use the Crochet World magazine. There's so many really good patterns in it. That's my plan for those. That's all I got. Time to go get a little something to eat and make coffee for Mr. Fiber, and then I have things I have got to do today. I've got to clean up the kitchen. I did most of my cleanup yesterday when I did Dad's cooking, and but I still have some things to clean up, and I've got to eat because I haven't eaten at all. If you don't see me for a few days, I just have a lot going on. There may be a break like this coming up, and then hopefully I will be back with you to show you some more things. Okay? There's a whole lot going on in the background here. Oh, hold on. Let me just take you off the... Let me just take you off. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. We have all of this stuff on the table. I still need to put away, but these are future projects. Yeah. Me. Oh, and by the way, somebody's taking a nap now because we're tired. That was a lot of running around outside. That was a lot. Okay, this is what I decided is going to be my sweater. That hexagon, the Bag O' Day hexagon, that is what this one's going to be. This is Yarn Bee. Must be merino. Worsted weight. This one is the Shift by Andrea Mowry. Okay. That's what that looks like. And this is the yarn from my cousin Karen. And I'm going to use these two hand spun with the psychedelic one from Knit Picks. So that's that project. And then I caked up these two. This is the Bag O' Day. This was my Advent yarn. Which is my yarn that she made for me. It's the Hanka Silk 40 silk and 60 merino. And I'm thinking I might pair it with this, but I'm not positive. I have a mohair that I think will go with this also. So I'm not really sure. Hi, Connie. I'm about to go. And then I found the rest of these. Remember, I got these and I thought I had doubles, but I don't. I don't have doubles of these colors. I have one of each. This is the gift from Crystal, and then I had two of each of those colors. So there will be projects coming up with all of that. So yeah, lots of stuff here. Lots of stuff to do. But I am starting to get some spaces where I have been working on things, and I've got spaces now. We've got room starting to happen. So I am getting some stuff done. All right, y'all, I'm going to go. I love y'all. Have fun today. Y'all take care of yourself. Be careful with the weather that's coming up. And just know I'm okay. I just have a lot going on right now. I'm on a different journey at the moment. But I'm still doing things. Bye, everybody. Take care.